Very good morning to one and all. On the occasion of a very popular event which was organized by School of Engineering and Technology, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. That's popularly known as Technosis 2026. And on the inaugural occasion of this particular event, we do have on the dais Director of Department of School and Technology, Dr. A.B. Kulekar, who is supporting this particular event and actively engaged in organizing this particular activity, Dr. Deshmukh Gaikwad. Along with him, we are having D.M. Nangre, Dennis Patil. On this particular order of the hall, we do have the faculties of the School of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Mrs. Deshmukh, Dr. Sawan, Dr. Uday, Dr. Mahesh Salunke, Dr. Irana, Dr. Auti, Dr. Amar Doom, P.C. Bhaskar, all the faculties of the various departments and coordinators who has engaged this particular event, students across from Mumbai to Nagpur, till the Kolhapur, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud privilege to be here with you today, to get engaged with this particular event. And this event is particularly associated with technology. I don't have any connection with technology because I am non-technological background person. But I know from the university administration what kind of activities are required for various kind of schools as well as various kind of departments. Some of the ideas which I have as per my experience, as per my humanity background, and as and when I visited these particular schools and across the various engineering schools of the Maharashtra, some ideas, some deliberation takes place, and from that I have learned many things, and that is what from my learning experience, what you call as learning by doing, that kind of experience I am sharing with you today. I know you all are the learners, you all are the experience in this particular activities. Director has told me each department has organized the various activities, including from the chemicals towards the electronics. All departments are getting engaged. This particular event is not only associated with the local areas or local regions. Dr. Gaikwad has already mentioned about the Nagpur. He also mentioned about the Mumbai, and we know that Nagpur and Mumbai, which are the metro places, the very popular places. It means the Department of this School and Technology has reached to all these metro places. And ideas of this techno event, which will be get exchanged not only within the faculties, not only within the communities of the various departments, but ultimately this kind of gathering, which will improve the ideas to get exchanged among all the stakeholders. All the students, ladies and gentlemen, we know that in years to come, this technology which will play a very important role. I don't mean that non-technological parameters are not important. Each parameter is important for the development of any region, any state, any country. Within that, the priority of the vital importance will play from the technological aspect point of view. For the ideas and creativity one has to exchange, not only within the classroom, but outside the classroom, which is very important. And that is why such kind of events, which will give the exposure, which will give the what we call as a platform to those who are entering into the first time, those who have entered within the second or third time, they will also get their ideas exchanged among their own colleagues. The important thing about our country I will just mention, as the country has progressed in the past, now we are giving more importance to that aspect of our Indian economy, what we call as Indian knowledge system. If you go back and see the architectural ideas or the creativity of our past generation, by taking into account various kind of temples, very kind of irrigation facilities, various kind of what we call as development of cities or the forts, we do find some sort of skill is required. And that was there even before the setup of such kind of schools or such kind of colleges. I mean, the skill is inbuilt. One has to nurture it. and nurturing of the skill which takes place not only in the classrooms, but this kind of event which will give more exposure to such kind of students also. Coming to the another idea, what we call as the today's era is what we call as not only the technology, but it's of a startup era. If you go and see that how many startups which are there within the country, if you visit to the Ministry of Commerce and if you identify those who have started their own registration of the various companies and startups, we come across that almost 2 lakh plus startups which are existing within the country. And within that, Maharashtra is the leading state, which is the #1 state in creation or development of the startup cultures, as well as some of the startups within that are coming under the various categories, and that categories are we call as unicorn startups, unicorn startups, or maybe minicorn startups. So the unicorn startup, if you see within our country, they are something more than century plus. 15, 20 years back, we had hardly 1 or 2 unicorns within the country, but we have crossed 100 plus of the century plus unicorns whose turnover, annual turnover is something more than $1 billion. But to that extent, younger people are coming into these kind of activities, and that's why today's mock in this particular August hall, which is having the age on an average around 25, 26, maybe in the range of 25 to 30, but they have a tremendous potential. They have a tremendous scope. Why do I say? I underline this. The life expectancy of our Indian population is around 86 to 90. Once you go for 2027 census, we'll see that the life expectancy must have been increased. So roughly if you take about 85 to 90 years on an average, and this student is less than 30 years, so 90 minus 30, we have a duration of 60 years. So this is the trend, this is the youth in next 60 years is contributing for the region, for the state, as well as for the entire nation. And that is why the dream which we have expected in 2047 is the Viksit Bharat, on whose shoulder we are giving this kind of dream. I mean, these are the younger population, these are the youth, these are the ladies and gentlemen, whose are coming under the demographic dividend, and these are the population which will definitely shoulder their responsibility to make India by 2047 as the Viksit Bharat, our developed nation. And that is why creating these kind of events, I mean the technology related event by each department, it may be computer science, it may be electronics, it may be even mechanical, so on and so forth. So all these departments slowly and gradually get engaged in such kind of events. Definitely not only the region, not only the university, not only our own periphery like Sangli, Sakara, Kolhapur, but taking the state as such and the nation as such, our contribution one or the other day which will be taken into consideration. So I taking this into account, how these kind of events will contribute for the progress of the country, for the progress of the nation. So I definitely income matters, definitely idea matters, definitely creativity also matters. So to nurture the creativity, to imbibe the creativity, to bring this kind of students in this particular flow, this event or such event which will become very crucial. You come across that, in 2 minutes I'm just summing up, you come across that now world is facing many challenges. If you see from last 1 week, there are many countries which are entering into different kind of activities, what we call as the symptoms of the Cold War that is happening in the globe, or what we call as the Gulf countries. So these kind of events, most of the Gulf countries, either they are taking the side of either of the countries. But India is one of the nations who has prayed for the entire world so that we want a shanti or we want a peace. We are neither towards one country nor to the other side of the country. We are appealing to both the nations or those who are getting engaged under this kind of activity is to maintain peace in the world. By such kind of activities that India is projecting, humanity is more important, life is more important.
development at a human face is more important, and that's why we always pray for the entire world to have the peace. So our slogan is what people call as Vasudeva Kutumbakam. So why do we call it Vasudeva Kutumbakam? Because we are not only talking about our own country as such, but we are the ideas about the entire globe as such. So our ideas are family related ideas. Our ideas are Kutumba, family related ideas. That's why being a Kutumba Vatsal, we talk about all the peoples of the world. They are the part and parcel of this. So we want to have some kind of peace within a country. So this kind of event, though that activity which are mentioned and this particular event which are not correlated, but this young students should get a message in their own mind that whatever may be the development, whatever may be the scientific development, whatever may be our creativity, all that development, all that creativity, where we have to utilize for the development of the nation first, and by praying the entire world as such. So with these few words, once again, I congratulate the Department of the Engineering and Technology for organizing such kind of event and allowing me to come over here to have some kind of ideas to exchange with on behalf of Shivaji University Kolhapur. I express my sincere thanks for inviting us and give best wishes in day to come for this kind of event. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.